So this is our medical closet.
Also, if you haven't noticed, I just want to point out that she has a runny nose. Yeah, she doesn't look like she's the cleanest person right now. Her hygiene might be a little bit, you know, she needs to take care of herself. She looks like she stinks. Rubbing her nose, like, you know, using her hand as a tissue. And here we go, we're going to be touching these medical equipment.
So we have done a lot over the years to organize everything. And this is what life is like when you have a child with a lot.
Does she sound drunk? She sounds drunk. Is she slurring that words?
And this is what life is like when you have a child with a lot of needs. And this isn't even where his medicine is. These are just like his supplies. So like these are for his nebulizer.
Also, like, because I've only watched the first 5 minutes. We'll probably just watch till there because that's when I was shocked. And then we can watch it further together. But she, in some of the things that she picks up, she has to read off them to see what it is. I really, because any mother out there that is a mother to a medically fragile child, hygiene would be top of your fucking priority, wouldn't it? A clean environment, she's not conscious. That's what I mean. She's a danger to her son. I reckon a lot of the shit that he got. Remember when he was 3 months old and he got whooping cough? Yeah. Guess who didn't get her whooping cough vaccine while she was pregnant? Or the one you're meant to get when you're pregnant to stop all these fucking diseases and shit. No, she didn't get it because she didn't believe in vaccines back then, apparently. There's an article. Actually, I've read it. Yeah, I read it and put it on my channel. I know, there. Who wants to read articles, but fuck.
These are his feeding tubes that we have to change out. These are his extensions for his feeding tubes.
But why is she doing this either as well? Like, why? Like, what are you trying to prove? We know your son isn't well. You have told us. I don't understand. She's pointing out everything. It's a show and tell for her. I'm sure V loves her showing everything.
There's his feeding pump, which he uses when he's sick. And then these are all the syringes that and it looks like we have a ton of syringes, but that's because we go through so many syringes a day. And you literally need a lot of syringes. Like when you use a feeding pump, you have to use a bag. Yeah.
She didn't use a bag though. I can go back to that tube feeding video. She doesn't use a bag. And I just noticed that she pointed to the pump and said he uses that when she's sick. I'm going to have to go and look up now if you can go from closed delivery to a open delivery, or would it just be changing the tubes? And is that allowed? Is he allowed to be on a pump? Might be in the next video. But I'm just alarmed here as well. It looks like he comes in here and plays as well. His little toys in there. Well, I guess it's his bedroom, isn't it? I'm so confused right now. A little bit more confused than I was last night, because it's very real.
Yeah, it is a toy bin thing. And then these are these large syringes are what we use. To feed him through his tube. And then let's show you really quick here. Whoa.
Let me just show you really quickly why I've got an infection on my thumb, which I remember back then, this was the staph infected thumb, where I learned my lesson, where curiosity always leads me to the wrong place. Like, you guys think I slow down certain things and make it gross? Yeah, I zoomed in on the fucking infected finger and I still see it. My mind is scarred. There was just so much pus and shit. Disgusting, man. And here she is in the medical closet of her son using that finger, wiping her snot everywhere, about to open one to show us.
Oh, dogs are barking. This is life right now, you guys. This is life.
This is life? Well, I'll tell you whose life it isn't. Those dogs did not deserve to be fucking rescued by you, Katie, and then fucking kept inside 24/7. Only time they're allowed out is when they go to piss. Then they come back in. Or because you've not fucking bothered to train your dogs to not bark so much. And, well, they bark so much because they're bored, but apparently you did take your pups for a long walk. Oh, wow, you know, coonhounds, they just love a long walk. Why don't you go down to the park and let them off the leash and fucking let them run around? I doubt you walked them far with your breathing problems. That's another thing, you know? Actually, I'm not even fucking going to go there, but I should. I should just start going there and not holding back. Because any other person with self-awareness would kind of click on.
Frida is barking. Hold on a second. So, sorry, here you go. These are extensions. Oh, you see a Chase toy? Yeah, there he is. So that's his extension, which hooks up to his button, which is in his stomach.
Like, how old's your child? You should know this without even reading it. You should know this. Boom, this is for this, this. No time to sit there and read instructions when there's an emergency. You should know what every single one of these things do. You shouldn't even need to, you should know that you wouldn't even need to bring it out and show people, because this whole area needs to be kept like fucking clean. And this is why you're so scared of CPS seeing that video, aren't you, Katie? Because now now you were a case, you know? Your name's always going to be sort of associated in their filing system, whether your case is closed or not. It's all a consequence of you oversharing. Like I said, the first thing you did was turn this fucking camera on and start filming. You did not even go into the bathroom and look in the mirror and go, fuck, I look like shit. Maybe I shouldn't film. Maybe I should have a shower first. You know, there's that bit of my hair that I can't even get to go down because it's so full of my own bodily fluids. That's the fucking kind of gross shit we're dealing with. It's you, man. Like, fuck. It's disgusting. I don't even know whether to press play. I know I've got to get to at least 4 minutes 50. That's when I pressed pause last night because I could feel my dinner coming up. Oh, yeah, prepare for that, people that are in the chat, people that are actually watching this, and we're not just listening. Just prepare for 4 minutes 50, 4 minutes 30 probably. Couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing.
That's how we feed him. And then, so you hook this up and then you attach a syringe and then we bolus feed in there.
See, she bolus feeds. That's what we were talking about. So she shouldn't be diluting those bolus feeding, should she? Oh, Katie, you've just made this live make so much sense. I don't know how safe he is. I seriously believe even his mindset you've damaged with being negative. You use negative talk around him. You talk about all his limits, how he's never going to be able to have, I don't know, what was that screenshot with Steve McRae and she's looking into incels because her son could possibly be, I'll see if I can find that. Might post it on Twitter, but one, you know, for someone who overshares, what are we meant to do with all this information? Got to make some sense of it and put it back in her face and go, this is a reality that you aren't present in. And this is the fucking shitstorm that's going on. She can't even see why her own shit on the whole YouTube shit. YouTube was fucking great before she fucking came along. Oh my God. Right, guys? The amount of people that she's gone after because they've spoken about her. Who wouldn't speak about you, Katie? You're a fucking Fruit Loop. In my opinion, I've never seen anything like this on YouTube. And then, not only that, but you love to share. You love to tell the world how your husband can't get it up. We thought that nothing else would top that. But since then, fuck. Lived through P-Gate. Where's my hole? The whole shabood.
No, he does not experience pain from his feeding tube. When they first put the tube in, yes. So there we go. And then someone was asking about, so we have, he gets shots each.
This is what I want you to prepare for. Here we are, leading up to the moment where I just pressed stop and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Look at the little biohazard thing. It's not biohazard, but you know, that little, this is a danger, this box, and you know, you see it. It's a bin. Guess who tries to, well, let's have a look.
Day. So this is where his like where all of his needles go when we're done giving him a shot. And then
yeah, she was trying to get in there. She was trying to get into the bin where you put the used needles. What, to show us? I need to watch it back because she's obviously not conscious what she's doing. But watch her fingers try and get in there. Everything she's picking up, she's had this fucking hand up her nose to stop it from dripping. The other hand is holding the phone. This is the only spare hand that she's got to wipe. She's got a fucking runny nose, man. This is disgusting.
And then someone was asking about, so we have, he gets shots each day. So this is where his, like where all of his needles go when we're done giving him a shot. And then this is the injection that he gets each day.
Do you think she would have cleaned it? Is this the nurse? Does the nurse give him the needles every day? That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that maybe the nurse wears gloves, but still, what the fuck are you doing, Katie? What the fuck? You are using your staph fucking infected thumb to lift off the lid of a needle that you give your child daily with your hand that has so much fucking bacteria and germs from your fucking nose. And what the hell, man? I think he gets growth hormone shots daily. In my opinion, what I think. And plus, he has so many diseases. I mean, not diseases, illnesses and disorders. We'll go through them on the weekend. I am planning on, I feel like the weekend is when everything's kind of done and I can go into a darker place. But during the week, I can't let Katie's shit depress me. Because she does. She fucking affects me so much. I'm sure she affects so many of you guys too. There's heaps of people. I remember even without any crystal balls. Oh my God, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. I miss you. But yeah, used to always have to just take timeouts because Katie just got to the head. She just fucks with your mental health, in my opinion. But in all of us' opinion too. That's not even the right word, but we're going to press play and just continue on.
So we always have like lots of sharps containers. He'll have shots for his whole life. So that's just like where we keep the supplies, and then obviously for his whole life. So that's just like where we keep the supplies, and then obviously downstairs is where we do the medicine.
Yeah. I have I have the tweets and stuff where she's shared and gone through the medicine. I know she's gone through everything. But yeah, also, yes, this one, fun bedroom with WOACB victim's voice says fun bedroom. Right. Where's the kid in the bedroom? I mean, just the artwork, the making it like trains and anything that says a child sleeps there. That fucking green though, is that the same green, or is there a different shade in the funeral? I swear it's a different shade, because maybe it's not green, maybe it's a pale blue or something. But yeah, did you see how stiff the hair was? Did you see how it's no longer something about Mary, it's something about Katie? And whoa, that was so stiff, man. Oh, and because we know she doesn't use hairspray. We know that she has gone from boogie land up, and she loves to stroke. That's her front ego, her easy to get. They will swallow everything that I say, because I am the queen of making people swallow my bullshit, but you don't really know what's going on, Katie. Out of tune for you, always. Should we continue? She's really starting to look like what I described Kyle as looking as when I said that Kyle kind of looks like, what was his name? From The Fifth Element. Is it Gary Oldman, the character? He has half a head full of metal, and then he has the little hair at the top. Except Katie's isn't at the top, that's kind of, I don't know, at the front, middle of the front, back of, okay. I'm just going to press play, I think.
So yeah, I was like, he has a whole like medicine cabinet, and then he has all of his feeding tube food downstairs. And someone said, does he get...
Hang on, where is she sitting? Where is she sitting? Did I miss something? Are we downstairs? No, we're not. Where's that couch? That's not the purple couch, is it? Because that's not the back pillows. Where are we? Is there an extra chair in that room that we never knew of? Look at the stiffness of it. Look at it. I've caught it in flight. This is the in-flight moment where it's like, I want to stay up. If she's trying to comb that down, that's what I'm looking forward to. But also, where's this chair? She's not downstairs. I think hang on, what's next to her there? Where's that window? That window, I hate that window. Okay, now that I've got this out of my system, actually I want to go back. So I want to see where she went to get to this chair. I thought I knew everything in this room. Oh, she's in V's room. Okay. Yeah. My brain just turned on. Okay. She's not in that room. She's in V's room.
So that's just like where we keep the supplies. And then obviously downstairs is where we do the medicine. So yeah, I was like, he has a whole like medicine cabinet, and then he has all of his feeding tube food downstairs. And someone said, does he get any nutrition by mouth? No. I mean, he eats what they...
Okay, that was so fucking stiff, man. Oh, and of course I have to pause it to say something, because who knows which way the wind's going to blow, and I don't want no leaves blowing over this direction. Okay, we are doing so well not being on the radar. I think it's because we present as male, so let's keep it that way. Also, yeah, what's she about to go into? Because I had something to say. Oh, damn it. Your hair's thrown me off, Katie. Wouldn't that be a sign? Maybe my hair is too crusty to be doing a live. Like, she can't feel good, right? She doesn't look like she feels good. It's the addiction, like the addiction to being online. the only way I can rationalize in my mind why she would even, you know, even go on a live with the big fucking bazooka on her head. That mountain, bigger than Mount Everest.
They call it is calling eat for pleasure. So no, he doesn't get nutrition. Like what he eats for by mouth is not for nutrition. It's just to like eat. It's not to like.
So, but no, well, I just want to say before you said that, like how many foods can he, because you're acting like your child just likes to eat junk food and maybe you're not a good parent and you can't get him to eat anything nutritious because he just wants to eat shit all the time. And because the iPad is the mum, not you, like maybe if you made a video and then made your son watch it on his iPad, he might listen. But because you don't, he's not computing with what you say. Who would? Also, but yeah, I was going to say what I've been looking up is because doesn't he have swallowing apraxia? Something like that, and speech apraxia. She's gone through the whole list. If a child is able to eat Cheetos and M&Ms, like fuck the choking hazards, you wouldn't even give Cheetos or M&Ms to a child, like a 2-year-old or probably not even a 3-year-old. I don't know. I remember my brother put an M&M up his nose and I was babysitting that night and I was like babysitting him when they were young. What the hell? How do you get it out? Yeah. So, and also they breathe in, choke. But those two foods, also because if he's not drinking enough water, wouldn't the Cheetos like be too dry in his mouth? I think what he's got causes dehydration. So how does he eat Cheetos? And then M&Ms, I can't imagine having like swallowing disability and eating M&Ms. That would be choking central. Or what? Do you just feed him one M&M at a time until he gets that down? Or does he wait till it melts in his mouth? I can't imagine anyone has patients in the PAULSON genes. You know, there's a, you know, what's going on, guys? I'm so confused. Yes, Sheila, I saw that, how she went off at, was it Adrienne? Or someone else? But whoever it was, you guys, cacti high five, because I saw you guys on Twitter just pointing out the truth. Sheila says, didn't she go off on Twitter about how that one girl was threatening him when said she wanted to take him out for pizza, but he can eat for pleasure. Make up your mind, Katie. Yeah, exactly. That's right. And also there's at the end of the tube fitting video that I made, he's eating, although he needs a drink because he can't slow down, but he's really enjoying all the food that he's eating. They just would have to sit there and teach him how to do it. But no, it's easier for Katie. And she has said he wouldn't qualify for certain nursing if he didn't have a feeding tube. It's like a semi-red flag. Well, I don't know. You guys can make up your own. It's confusing. I'm confused now that he switches from this to the pump. I can't wait for my reading. I can't wait for my reading to get better online. Oh.
Calories or whatever. Everything mouth is not for nutrition. Like what he eats for by mouth is not for nutrition. It's just to like eat. It's not to like calories or whatever. Everything else is through his tube.
But also, if calories is such a big deal, why would you not like give him the one that is medically prescribed to have? Why would you switch it to this other one, which then you dilute with water? And then you tell us that your son is not starving when we clearly hear him in a video screaming, "I'm hungry." You can't tell people what they didn't, like, you can't say you didn't hear that, it didn't happen. When you're the one sitting there filming it, when you're dumb enough to just want people's attention so much that you don't even click that maybe you should turn the live off, go upstairs and help your husband who's losing his mind. He's been, trying and you're just sitting there not making money because fuck, you gave us the reality, the real, what's going on in the Paulson house. Yes, I'll continue to repeat myself, but this is all in my opinion. And I'm allowed to make that based on all the stuff that you have overshared, Katie. That's on you. I didn't decide to share this video. I'm not game enough to go on live. I've just woken up and got snot in my hair. Shit. I love mirrors. I love looking in the mirror and going, bitch, you are fine. Yeah, I know I love myself. It's fucking great. Do you love yourself, Katie? Just asking, not for a friend, for myself.
And we've had it for such a long time. He gets formula through the feeding tube. Which has complete nutrition in it. Basically, he has to have
Did she just vomit in her mouth and then swallow it again? I think she did. That didn't look like just a burpee. That looks like something came up. Guys, I'm sorry, it's gross, but I'm going to have to just rewatch that bit again because, why do I do this to myself? We're not zooming in or anything, so we're fine.
Formula through the feeding tube. Which has complete nutrition in it. Basically, he has to have
That was. There was too long of a break. It would have had to have come up when she stretched her neck out. You can see she waits because she wasn't expecting it to come up. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I watch people too much. From afar, the hermit behind the plant. No, we laugh, but yeah, basically.
because of one of his conditions, he has a hard time the condition that caused, well, he's got a couple conditions that cause him has complete nutrition in it. Basically, he has to have because of one of his conditions, he has a hard time
You're having a hard time walking around right now. You had to sit down straight away. As soon as you stood up and walked from where you were sitting in your son's room, swiping, putting away, pushing all the medical equipment back in with your feet, closing the closet door, walking out, boom, you vomited in your mouth. So dizzy, almost fainted, had to sit down. Guys, I'm cool, but yes, look at the master that has decided to not only be an alfalfa, but alfalfa it from the back seat to the front. Now it's just the crispy bit. probably in the middle of the face.
The condition that caused, well, he's got a couple conditions that cause him to not be able to eat. Ugh, my hair is such a mess right now, you guys. He's got a
What I mean, Katie, where's the self-care? If you don't love yourself, no one is going to love you, and that is especially people online. You obviously don't care about yourself enough, so what the fuck? And you're a mother, and it's the middle of the day. Life is what's happening on the other floor downstairs. Life is what's happening between your husband and your son that are living life. Children are basically the purpose of life if you have them. What are you doing? Going through all your son stuff, showing everyone while you're dripping everywhere and wiping your snot everywhere, and your thumb is unbandaged. And where is it heading at the moment? Why haven't you washed your hair in what looks like probably, I don't know, I was going to say a week, but then when you compensate in how much you touch your hair and you stroke your hair and you twiddle it and you touch it, I'm thinking 2 to 3 days. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. It's like you went to the gym in between those 3 days as well. Like, add that in. But you didn't go to the gym. You don't leave your house. You go on your treadmill thing, and that's in the kitchen. Then I reckon it's broken. But you just stand there because you think it's not. For God's sake, man. Oh, should we skip ahead? I wonder what else is on here. I'd already pressed stop at 4 minutes 50 with the trying to get into the used syringes. Imagine if she'd got in there. But imagine the bacteria that her hands were so close to when she's trying to stick them in the hazard thing.
A couple conditions that cause him not to be able to eat. One is that he has gastroparesis, which his stomach is partially paralyzed, so it just doesn't digest very well. So when when your stomach is partially paralyzed, it just doesn't empty as fast, and so when it doesn't empty as fast, then it causes issues, and then pain, bloating, slows down the stomach. It can cause constipation. And then
So then he really needs his nutrients, doesn't he, Katie? Yeah. Probably needs all those carbs as well. You know, that said, oh, most of these are just sugars. Most of these are just fillers on the specialist recommended formula. So you switched it out to one that you thought was better instead of seeing all these words that you didn't understand, multiple ingredients on the ingredients list. You switched to something that has 5 ingredients and then you diluted it with water. I don't know. Need to start making a box for V. That's what I'm thinking. I've been putting all this shit in the wrong box. Like, here I am thinking, giving you gifts that are going to help your life. I don't think that anything can help you right now. So I'm going to put all my money and buy stuff and put it in V's box. Don't worry, I'll use an Amazon box, and that seems to be the only thing that gets in and out of there. Make the box big enough so that we can smuggle V out of there. I'm just joking. Come on, man. I know you're listening, Katie. I know. I feel your presence. I smell you. Smell you later.
When you have gastroparesis, it can also cause your stomach sphincter muscles to not open properly. So there's your body has a number of different sphincters, which are little valves that open to allow air to go through. Your esophagus has a few of them. And so his sphincter muscles just don't open correctly, or ouch, because that's right on the midline. I think.
Well, imagine getting a Cheeto. Imagine a Cheeto breaking up and you get a little bit stuck. Imagine getting an M&M stuck and it just doesn't move because it can't get down the hole because it's not big enough. I'm so confused how those are allowed to be his pleasure foods. I could choke on it. I reckon I could choke on a Cheeto. Because, you know, do you guys ever, you want to eat, but you don't want to eat? So like I don't feel like eating, like chomping, like eating. What is that? What is it? Yeah, chewing. I don't feel like chewing, but I need to eat. Bananas are my go-to. And I always have them in my bag. Bananas, because you can just eat bananas without having a good old chew. What are we talking about?
I think we talked about that yesterday. It's like he has a midline issue. So the sphincter muscles don't open. So then he can't burp on his own very well. So then that causes pain. So we have to vent his stomach for that. And then in terms of chewing.
How many times do you reckon Katie's done this? When they have a nurse that's there. Don't they have a nurse that's there like 24/7? I don't know, just during COVID or whatever, or COVID, Miss Rona, during all that, they missed out on a few nurses a day. Does this mean she had to do that? Or would the more sensible, the one who's a bit more human, the toad, would he do it? With gloves on, I'm sure. I wonder if she's even noticed that you meant to use gloves. Probably not. She's probably the only one that wouldn't use gloves. Do you reckon in the medical cupboard thing that they have different size gloves? Because I can imagine Toad is the extra large size. You guys I must not be the only one when I'm in a doctor's room. I'm looking at, or you're in hospital and you see there's different sizes of the gloves they wear, the small ones. Katie would need them. Extra small hands. Permanent ones where she can't suck her fingers. And then her son just blooms overnight, stops getting rashes, stops getting all these sores on him. She sleeps next to him he sleeps in the bed, the parents' bed. Her and Toad don't sleep in the same bed together. And in the same bed, in her bed, she is often found there after she's just got back from a walk with the dogs, where she's sweating her ass off and she's laying in bed with Frida. You know, Frida's always there. That's her relationship. That's her sexual relationship. Don't take that seriously. God, that took me back. That took my air from my lungs when I said that. But yeah, I lost my thought because I said something that was really bad and now I can't stop thinking that. So I'm just going to have to press play.
He can't lateralize his tongue and he has trouble swallowing. So he has something called oral dysphagia. And it's due to severe oral motor processing disabilities. Due to his neurological conditions, he can't chew. He can speak.
So he's not chewing the M&Ms? So they're going down full? And so he's not chewing the Cheetos. Well, okay, like a Cheeto, I don't even know if Cheetos are what I'm thinking. Well, they're probably, are they balls? Like cheese balls? Do you guys have like, because the Cheetos that we have, well, the only ones I've ever had, are the bacon and cheese balls. Oh my God, they're so good. They kind of melt in your mouth though, and then you're just left with a bacon and cheese explosion of goodness. And that mac and cheese, that artificial mac and cheese, where it's like a different color than cheese. It depends if they're puffs or not. Also, are the balls puffs? Can you get them in rings as well? Like, that's what I'm thinking as well. Like, we have CHEEZLEs, but I can't imagine V eating a CHEEZLE. I've choked on a CHEEZLE. You know, they're like round. I tried to do the whole whistle thing. And yeah, it didn't, like, who else out there that Australian, Aussies, have you done the CHEEZLE thing? On the ad, they can whistle through the CHEEZLE. No, because your lips are forced to be so far apart. And anyway, I was shocked at my own mouth, and I breathed it in and choked on so much cheese. But I still eat them.
And this was always the weird thing, is like, okay, he can speak, but he can't chew. Like, how is that different? Well, the muscles are different. And Charlie's right here. So I'm about to get ready, but.
Well, that cat's like, oh, this is the mum I know. The phone. That's the one. That's the one that's also raising the child. The one with the phone. Gosh, she's gone.
I was like, oh, I need to show people. I've never showed them that closet.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And I've even got it as well. Well, and it was called Cleaning Out My Son's Closet. And that's when I first saw you fucking like, that's your son's closet. And I noticed how you didn't call it that this time. You called it the medical closet. Am I saying closet right? I didn't even say closet. Closet.
And then downstairs, we have all of his meds and his feeding tube stuff. It's a lot. You have a cat called Charlie too. So will he have to get this like for the rest of his life? Probably, yes.
Where's her hand? Where's her hand? Okay, so she's either picking her foot, or I don't know, man, like, is she got her hand up her top and feeling herself? I don't know. Where's her hand? And is that the rug? Has that rug been washed yet?
A lot of people with gastroparesis and dysphagia are on feeding tubes. And it's all he knows, and he doesn't care. And so it makes his life.
It's not all he knows. Oh, I'm going to have to go back to the tube. Should I go back to the tube? We can come back to this. Actually, do I have the tube feeding in the same one? I'm going to do a little quick and see if it works. I'm going to bring back my beautiful face because I know how much you guys love it. And then I'm going to do that button, and then I'm going to press, come on, it's all going to happen. Oh, but yeah, you can't really see it because, you know, I also respect V's privacy, unlike his mother. And so I put a beautiful smiley face, but you basically can see he's eating. Where is it? I gotta find it. Or is it in the next bit? I can't find it in my own video. I swear it was at the end of this. Let's have a look. Okay, but yeah, if it's not at the end here, I will just not show it. Come on. Come on, brain. Just sing amongst yourselves. Or was there another video where I did? Oh, there's another video. This is, I did the one where they are the family. I did the one where they're doing the family vlog with V. Okay, so we'll go back to the video we were watching, and then when I find what it is, then I can bring it up.
Will he have to get this like for the rest of his life? Probably, yes. A lot of people with gastroparesis and dysphagia are on feeding tubes. And it's all he knows, and he doesn't care, and so it makes his life easier. If you've spent a lot of your life choking, you might not want to eat by mouth either. There is not a foundation for his specific illness because he doesn't have like an umbrella diagnosis, but.
Well, I beg to differ, because a lot of the symptoms, and this is what I'm going to go through on the weekend, because we're going to go there, because why not? Because it's got to that point where I've tried everything to try and wake you up, because you've got no one willing to wake you up. But yeah, basically the umbrella is fetal alcohol syndrome, in my opinion, from what I've discovered researching all these illnesses and disorders and stuff that your child has are under the umbrella of that. Maybe that's why you haven't researched for yourself, because you still don't want to admit that, because you know that reading about his stuff, you're going to come across some pretty hard facts to swallow of your own, right?
There are different foundations for different things that he has. But yeah, I was like, this is so.
Oh, she's sitting in her bed now. She's in her bed. Oh no. Is she in her room? I'm looking at the pillows. Oh.
So random. So but yes, so the feeding tube food that he eats is called Kate Farms, and it's a formula that has complete nutrition. We've tried a lot of different foods. There's a lot of different formulas. The interesting thing about feeding tubes is that a lot of people have a lot of different decisions about.
And yeah, I talk about Kate Farms in that tube video that I made. And a lot of her subscribers are also, you know, they also have children that are similar to what Katie's son is going through. And a lot of them have told her, don't use Kate Farms. They're not good. where they source their ingredients from and stuff. So, and Katie doesn't listen because, you know, she knows everything.
Or a lot of different opinions about what they want to do for feeding tubes, you know. And so the funny thing is like in the feeding tube world, a lot like in, you know, bottle versus breast and all of that, there's this whole like formula is bad thing, and that formula is bad thing sort of permeates everything. So
well, we better get comfortable because here we go. You are going to know it all in the formula region. Oh, I was just reading, Deborah, your paragraph. I love a lot of words. A lot of words will get my attention. Deborah says, tube feeding can cause massive infections and is so dangerous long term. Why would you want that permanently for your child? Gonna end up with a massive infection one day. Oh, right. And there's also a video where she's gone into the bathroom. She's filming. She goes into the bathroom for something and she picks up the covers that he uses, like the covers that he uses that cover the hole in his stomach or whatever. And then she realizes that it's dirty and it's got stuff on it and she puts it back down. Even her picking it up, she went in there to clean her hands. That's right. And she put moisturizer on. She didn't even clean her hands.
formula is bad for, you know, that's what mom, you know, like some people are exclusively people that get very picky, or, you know, that whole fight about breast versus bottle, it sort of ends up coming up to is ouch, oh my goodness. Having your legume as the primary source of protein is ouch, oh my goodness. Having a legume as the primary source of
I'm pretty sure her cat just scratched her and bit her hand or whatever. Cats usually, when, you know, if you're stinky, and remember on Twitter, we were discussing cat scratch fever or whatever, because her cats are unvaccinated. Yeah. And her cats also sleep in the bedroom with her at night. Yeah. There are like 2 cats in one cage and the other 2 cats in another cage. She cages them because otherwise the dogs would get them because the dogs own the house. But the dogs basically do, don't they? Frida, she's Mrs. Paulson. Katie is the pet. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Damn it. We might be at break time. I might need a pit stop. Should we take a pit stop? Should we even bother watching the rest of this? I don't like locking up nocturnal animals at night. I also don't understand with a 4-bedroom house. Each of you why isn't there a spare room to put these cats in at night where they can just have and because the kitty litter is also in the bedroom and it's often got shit in it. Yeah. The amount of bacteria in cat shit, for example, and it's not far from her child who's medically fragile, who's now sleeping in the bed where not long before the child went to bed, she was laying there after she'd exercised with Frida going all over doing roly-polies. This is just, it's an island. It's not her bed. It's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. The rug that she carries around all the time, she always puts it on him. So gross. It's just so gross.
Having the legume as a primary source of protein is not good for him because he gets really gassy and it's really hard on his stomach, and then he can't burp and it's just very painful. So you have to and then some of the other products that do similar things with blended food use juice, like orange juice as one of their ingredients. Well, if you know anything about juice, like orange, it's really hard on his stomach and then he can't burp and it's just very painful. So you have to and then some of the other products that do similar things with blended food use juice, like orange juice as one of their ingredients. With blended food use juice, like orange juice as one of their ingredients.
Why does she say juice so weird? Why does she have to lean forward when she says juice to really get that gooseneck in that juice neck? What the hell? I'm doing signals with my arms over here because now she can even see herself clearly. Well, and she still thinks she looks fucking great. Wouldn't you put a filter on this? I think we deserve a filter. No consideration ever for us, Katie. I mean, whoa, you get to choose when you want a filter. Today would have been a fucking brilliant day for a filter. You can't even open your eyes. It's disgusting. And you're sitting there acting like you're so tired and stuff. You do all this stuff for your son. This is what you do daily. You have to look after your medically fragile son. You got fucking nurses. You've never really done any of that. You write about it in your articles, Katie. It's why you don't feel motherly to your son, because you never got the opportunity, because there were always nurses. That's what you say? Yeah, well, you had to go back to work, remember? Your maternity leave was over and you 3 months later went back to work, and Toad was pretty much took over because you didn't get nurses until he was about, what was it, between 1 and 2? I can't even remember that bit. I'll have to double check. Mrs. Career orientated, had to give up. No, you didn't give up your job, by the way. Why don't you admit that you were fired? You just worked in a fucking call center anyway. That was for this online university. Stop bullshitting that you worked this high-powered job. One time you were for 90K a year or whatever. Yeah, I Googled how much people working in your job, your real job, no bullshit, make. And it was 55 to 60 grand a year. Just like you're writing. I'm a journalist. I've been writing for years. What the fuck kind of planet do you live on? Because maybe we should all boycott that planet. Keep everyone who's using their brain away from you. Damn.
Well, if you know anything about gastroparesis, citric acid or any sort of citric anything is really hard on their stomach.
Actually, I was just thinking, when the article I read that you were on the verge of being an alcoholic, but you were an alcoholic. That's what the article said. But because you are really in denial, you don't know. When you were making mead, that probably would have been around the time where you maybe got fired. Maybe you were just too drunk to work anymore. My opinion, allegedly, I'm just assuming from what you wrote, from what you wrote. I'm not just pulling this out of nowhere. I'm presenting the facts and then I'm commenting on that. I know it's weird how it works, isn't it, Katie? Isn't it weird? Oh, man, should we take a break? Maybe we should take a break. I feel like I need to walk around my house without vomiting. Should we skip? Yeah, we'll skip ahead because I'm starting to feel nauseous. Okay. Hang on. I need a drink. Not like her, though. But yeah, it is true, though, when you do have an addict's mind, and when you're an alcoholic, addicted to pills, whatever, an addict's mind, that is your priority. That's why they make shit parents. That's why, because they don't care. If she was more conscious in reality, she would notice how unclean, unhygienic she is, unsanitary, how she's probably part of the reason that he's sick, why he catches the cold a lot. She's like, I don't take him out to socialize him because I'm worried about some kid coughing. What about you? Your son said when you had that big gigantic thing on your head, don't come near me, because you were trying to cuddle him and stuff. Do you know that could have spread to him and it would have been life fucking threatening? But no. And then you were complaining on IG, oh, he won't even hug me with it. He won't even come near me. What the fuck? Maybe if you had any kind of brain that worked properly because it wasn't saturated in wine and you weren't wasting money on shit that you don't need, like all these fillers and stuff in your face, or the Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath latest palette, which I even know professional makeup artists who can't afford that shit. $250 for a palette. Boom, you're in there digging for gold. Digging. You make me so angry because I feel like I've been saying the same shit for the whole time. Oh yeah, let's take a break. You guys need to take a break too. Let's all get up, stretch, breathe, come back a little bit more clear-headed, and I might just skip to the end and we'll just grab the end and say cheerio. Enjoy your Cheerios. No, it's not. Is it Cheerios? Why? I'm not cheery. They'll never be cheery for me again. Are they meant to be cheery? We can discuss this after the break. Okay, guys, I hope you guys do get up and don't bullshit me and just sit here, okay?
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer. Night breezes seem tree. Dream a little dreamer.
Yeah, guys. Oh, can you hear me? Hang on, let me bring my face back so I can hear myself. Mimo, that's cool. We'll see you in a minute. I just need someone to put their hand up if they want to be a mod. Because I'm usually on top of it, but I'm not tonight. So I found the bit in the video where V is eating. Should we go there quickly and then come back, or let's just finish a little bit and then watch that at the end to round it up, to say, because in this video she did say that's all he knows no different, and I beg to differ. But hang on, where's my phone? Gotta find my phone because that is needed. Oh, TK, you're there. Oh, I didn't see you. You just popped up right in time. It's all right. TK's there. Sorry, just 1 minute. I'm going to add someone as mod. I'm just going with people that I know, like, more than others. Because that was the best advice, like, Sue ever gave me. My friend Sue, she said, don't add anyone you don't know as mod. I'm like, okay. Okay, cool. So let's, yeah, where is she? Where is she? Do I need to press a button? Yes. Oh, here we go. I skipped ahead a little bit. I was going to skip even more, but then I noticed that the cat comes into the picture. So I just want to see a little bit of cat.
He found he's
Oh, it's a bloody beautiful angle. We got the cat cages here on the left. And then, oh, it depends how much she leans forward, but see the broom there that's leaning up against the wall, against the cabinet? Yeah, in between the broom and the cabinet is the kitty litter on the ground. So have a look there. You might be able, I mean, we're just nearly there. I hope whatever this cat's got falls off the bed and she leans forward. Come on, let's do it.
what they decide to play with is so ridiculous.
No, it's not, because they're a cat and that thing makes noise when you step on it and stuff. What the hell? You've said you've had cats forever. My dog prefers wrapping paper as well. I want to know what you got in your black package there, Katie. Looks like, so that's how you undo a package? You're very vicious, very eager.
Anyways. Okay. He just found that on the table and he just brought it over and play with is so ridiculous. Anyways.
Oh, there is the kitty litter. I reckon it's there all the time because this is during the day. I don't think she moves it because she doesn't clean it. Apparently that hole there next to, you know, sorry if anyone got confused. This isn't the Eason's house on the swamp. No, that I reckon Toad does a little punchy, but she said it was the dog. The dog got up that high, wanted to get out. What is she doing, locking the dog? And also the cats would be able to smell the dog in the bed, which doesn't really give them their safe environment. Also, their cat tree or whatever, the cat like habitat thing is in the middle of the lounge room, but that's where Frida hangs out, you know, on that couch with Toad and then sometimes on the drinking chair with Katie. These cats must be so confused where their safe spot is. Everything stinks like dog.
Okay. He just found that on the table and he just brought it over and carried it with his mouth. Partially broken down.
Katie, my cat used to play fetch. Don't be so surprised when your animals do stuff that you haven't seen because you don't really pay attention to them. Whoop-de-doo that your cat brought that over in their mouth and you thought, wow, I've got to film this. This is amazing. Can you believe that they're just playing with rubbish that I've got in my bed with me? It's probably from last week.
Partially broken down foods like that are, or he uses a formula because it has to be complete. Easy enough to say. It's hard to explain. Formulas have everything that you need, not just protein. So, and because he also, and then another thing with gastroparesis is they have a hard time with vitamins. And so they have a hard time when your stomach is,
which, if we go back to what the specialist prescribed, that formula that had all those vitamins listed, but you didn't know what they were. You thought they were just fillers because you couldn't read them because it wasn't, you know. You're a mum. Why are you making these choices? This is not your choice to make. What formula your child relies on. Because, geez, he was getting everything. And now you're Kate Farms? Yeah, I bet you're still diluting that. Jeez.
like digesting, it absorbs vitamins, and he has a hard time absorbing vitamins. So he consistently runs low on a lot of different vitamins. So he ends up.
But you dilute his formula. So he doesn't even get the prescribed amount that he's meant to get. You're basically making him sick. You're not even feeding him anything healthy. This is just allegedly, in my opinion, Katie, from the information that you've shared. I know how you love cliches. Oh, I could have put one in there.
Being deficient in vitamin D almost all the time. And he's usually.
But he could get natural vitamin D from the sun. You don't even take him outside ever. You had a few days in your new pool, which would have been great. But I don't know if you read into how he probably shouldn't have been. Well, he got sick, didn't he? Because probably the pool water wasn't probably allowed a lot of bacteria. I can't imagine you two setting this up. But then you can't even have a picnic. I'm still vouching for the picnic in the backyard as a family, disconnected, leave all your mobiles and your iPads inside, although I don't know if he would know who you guys are. He needs sun, man. He needs sun. That's natural vitamin D, by the way, Katie. Katie, do you know what else vitamin D is really good for? Yeah. production of serotonin. You need some too.
At least once a year ends up deficient in iron, where we have to put him on an iron supplement. He actually just got off iron supplements for the year, and he was actually on iron supplements, I think, for like 3 or 4 months.
Well, I reckon that would have something to do with what you're feeding him. Maybe look into how much iron is in the Kate Farms formula. I really want to Google. I reckon there's more salt than iron. Also, where it's sourced from, Katie. Different food regulations in those countries.
So those are kind of some of the things that you deal with. Vitamin deficiencies and having to find foods that are easily digestible. We're lucky though, because some people with gastroparesis, their stomachs just stop working completely, and then they have to get fed through their intestines, and that's like a whole nother thing. Yeah, a lot of people end up iron deficient for sure.
No wonder the cats don't want to get off the bed. She's got the door open. You can hear the dogs running up and down the hall. I mean, are they upstairs? I can't believe she keeps these dogs in the house 24/7 and they're just running around when they're not. In my opinion, she's given them something to zonk out on a couch behind her for how many hours? Oh, man. Let's just skip ahead. I'm getting like, oh.
Like, it's just never been something that he's had any interest in because of his disabilities. Like last night, we actually had.
Well, that's a lie. He eats for pleasure. Do I need to say any more? He obviously enjoys eating, but he doesn't want to eat what you want to give him. He doesn't want to eat broccoli. He'd rather eat his M&Ms. He'd rather risk choking to death than eat your nutritional food. Katie, there's articles that you've written where you've spent hours trying to get him to eat. You spent so long trying to get him to eat that you admit that when he's 2.5 years old, that you didn't even bother trying to do anything to enhance his cognitive side, like his brains and stuff. Like, you didn't even teach him, you didn't read to him, you didn't teach him his ABCs, anything. No, because you just were so tired from trying to get this child to eat. You've shared all this.
Had dinner 2 nights ago, and we all ate at the table, but he didn't eat. He just sat with us. But he doesn't like eat when we eat. He gets his feeding at like 3 times a day.
Yeah, so it's 3 times a day. So even if he doesn't take down that one meal, like I was talking at the beginning, when like he's on those strict calorie vitamins, this is what he needs, and he has to eat the whole thing, but if he can't take it, he has to be given it small amounts. She doesn't have time for that. This is the breakfast stuff. He needs to eat it now because the next slot is the lunch one, which she probably dilutes as well. In my opinion, this got to put that there. I'm pretty sure, like, it doesn't have to be lunch. It doesn't have to be like that. She could change it to make sure her child is getting the proper stuff that he's been prescribed over multiple little feeds a day, so that he's not crying that he's hungry at 10 p.m. at night. He probably can't sleep because he's so hungry. Just saying, allegedly, in my opinion, You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even go outside. He lacks vitamin D, but she can't think, well, maybe 10 minutes in the sun a day would increase that. I don't know. You'd have to use your brain. Also, my brain wants to add this, 3 feeds a day, but he has that, you know, in the article it said you can't feed them too much because it puts pressure. He has that, it has to be a certain volume because it puts pressure on his like heart for his heart condition and stuff, and all his other, like it lists the other stuff. So little meals actually makes way more sense, doesn't it? Instead of making him try and eat and consume everything in one big feeding, spread it out during the day. He gets everything he needs. Like, I want to skip ahead, but like she's basically talking about what this whole live has been about.
And he doesn't like sit down and eat with other kids, so we don't have to worry about that. Like at school, he doesn't go to lunch because it's so loud in the cafeteria and he has a hard time with noise. So he stays in a...
Yes, I was going to make a video. Maybe I should do a live on it, but she should watch the show Atypical. Has anyone seen it? Fuck, it's such a good show, man. Oh, that, like, whoever played that did such a great job of playing an autistic, like, an autistic boy, but like he's going off to college for the first time. It's amazing. And what happens and how much the family has to change their ways to make suit, but just how the family works together. Another one of my favorite ones is like Max from Parenthood. Oh, do you reckon she watches that? I reckon she would have watched Parenthood, but I don't think she would have put 2 and 2 together because, you know, maybe her son isn't autistic, just saying. Maybe she didn't care, but she could watch certain things like this with her son and say, fuck, I mean, the one in Atypical, so restricted his whole life. And then he's like, I'm going to go. Oh, well, I can't say it unless, what if you haven't seen it? But yeah, like, he's so good at drawing and it takes him places.
room with his nurse and some of the other kids that don't go to lunch with his special ed group because cafeterias are really loud. And one of his issues with autism is struggling with noise.
I thought she was getting up to like, I was like, oh, she can't even put the phone down to go and check on her son. No, she's not getting up to check on her son, who I thought said mum, which I thought was weird. She got up to her favorite parenting move, closing that door. It's too bad that your house is so fucking shit, Katie, that your walls are so thin that even closing the door doesn't stop the noise that your son makes when he's having fun or possibly hurt, possibly needing you. Who cares? Nah, you're off mum duty, but you've just been speaking in this whole video about how much you do for your medically fragile child. You know what all these medical supplies are for. This is my life, guys. This is real life. Boom, shuts the door. Katie, should we do the slow clap? No, you're not even worth that.
He's a tough kid that doesn't even know it. He's an awesome kid. He's downstairs. He's got school in a little bit. He's got school in 15 minutes. Yes. Cafeterias are sensitive.
Wow, so this is the morning. This is just, oh, unless, yeah, because it's homeschool, could be starting later on in the morning. But still, what the hell, man? If this is morning and the first thing she does is go on a live rather than have a shower and look good and get that stiff bitch under control. And I'm talking about the hair, Katie, the hair, or the lack of. When are you going to get a fringe? I've made a video and put all these great hairstyles on top of your head, like, you know, like a hairdresser. I'm trying to help you. When I put a fringe, a good little fringe on you, you look so younger. Do it for yourself. Do you love yourself, Katie? Ask yourself that every morning. Do something for Katie every day that doesn't involve being online and doesn't involve just doing the basics of showering. Actually, maybe it does for you.
Sensory hell, for sure. Oh, here's Darwin. Take over and playing to like cleaning each other. They are so cute. They're brothers, obviously. And they were in a litter together, obviously.
She's just so dumb. I just want to go to the end and see, really, like, this is the morning. I just can't believe the priorities of you, like the priorities for you, Katie. Wouldn't you want to spend time with your son before maybe school? If you're up, you look like you're up, you look like you're perky, you look like you're ready for the day. You know I'm being sarcastic.
They always say this about people with autism, is that eye contact is really intense for them. And it's like a lot of processing for them to like look someone in the eyes and then have to.
Okay, like, yeah, that's common sense when it comes to, it's one that everyone, well, what I'm about to say is she's just become conscious that people are looking at her chin. I would be more worried about a lot more things than the chin right now. The chin probably looks the best it's ever looked compared to what's happening north of the chin.
Like understand like the eye contact, the movement of the eyes. Oh my God, the cat just literally walked away with the wrapper in his mouth that I just took away from him.
It's the best fucking thing that's happened this whole video. Can you guys believe it? I can't believe the cat just took it. What's he going to do with it? Has he got a stash back there? Probably.
Take that from him. Every time I start talking about something, they walk away with something they're not supposed to have. He just walked away with it in his mouth. All right. So trouble with that to make eye contact. He will look. Sometimes we'll just say like, look to us, but not like.
Man, I skipped ahead. I skipped ahead a good 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. She's still talking about the eye contact thing. Jeez. Does anybody else feel like they need a shower? I feel like I need a shower.
At us, just so we can acknowledge that he's like listening, but looking us in the eyes, that's hard. He is almost time to go to school. I hear him getting annoyed with his dad. So I got to get in the shower because I have to go to work. But I'm going to start.
You have to go to work, do you, Katie? Oh, how far do you travel to work? Is it a busy commute? Do you have to wait for hours on the train? Oh my God, you have to get ready for work. What are you going to wear? What is your makeup going to look like for work? You know, when you work, you really can't wear much glitter on the eyes, you know. No, nothing to draw attention like that to be an individual. When you're out in the workforce, you are all a group working for the business, you know. Oh, Katie, if you had business attire, that would be great. You wouldn't even have to choose what to wear every day. You could just wear what you're meant to wear to work. How far? How many steps is it from your house or from your room to the next room? Not very far, right? You could basically knock down that wall and make the green funeral waiting room your bedroom. Have I just invented the best thing? Well, it looks like everything's painted the same color anyway. So what is that on the back there? It's shitting me off. Well, shitting me off. Because I think I have that thing that, like, when you have too many circles together and it pisses you off. Plus, what she decides to put on walls annoys the shit out of me. Okay, well, we're almost at the end. I just want to see her switch off. It's what I live for. Goodbye, Katie.
I'm going to finish this week's episode of 90 Day Fiancé. And get content loaded on the other channel. And yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Bye.
And here I am. No, yeah, it was about to play. That's the bad thing about having videos in a playlist. It just goes on to the next video without even asking if I wanted that. No, I didn't. That's for another time. We've spent enough time talking right now. Wow. So to sum everything up, right? Thanks, brain, for leading us down that path. But everything seemed to really fit. I'm worried. I am. She says that V doesn't even clean his hands because he doesn't like getting wet when he's dressed, which you understand is basically an autistic thing. Well, from what I know. God, he is the genius of this house. He's so much smarter than these two. He's got them really. What if he just wants to eat junk food for the rest of his life? And then he can get his nutrition through the tube feeding. He's got his mum wrapped around his little finger. No, I'm not eating that unless I have an iPad. Oh. But the hygiene factor, everything, it's disgusting. It's, yeah, as dirty as all her lies are, really. I just can't imagine. And no, like, even Toad doesn't call her out for how disgusting. Does he have the bad habit she has? Do they both wipe with their left hand? Is there even toilet paper? Who knows with these people? I know they just don't have a eco toilet, the upkeep. Gosh. I don't know. I'm starting to think if she went on holiday, because, you know, like on Teen Mum, when Kate went on holiday to therapy, but like didn't do anything except lay in bed and watch videos. And Tyler had to look after the kids. Yeah, they blossomed, didn't they? When you take the negative thing out of the house, I can't imagine. Well, I can imagine V just blossoming. I can imagine him going outside. Even just sitting out there, doing a class out there, maybe. They've got this great backyard, but they're always out the front, annoying the neighbours on their freaking driveway, doing stupid fireworks and drawing. Were we not meant to put 2 and 2 together with everything that she shared? Were we not meant to? Because, Katie, we all heard your son saying that he was hungry. We also heard, I mean, gosh, we heard a lot. We hear a lot. We heard a lot during this live of yours because your walls are so thin. We can hear Toad stomping up the stairs. We can hear him slamming the door and swearing at your child. We can hear your child saying that he's hungry and crying. Don't try and tell us that we don't know what we're hearing, because fuck, you're the one that filmed it. You're the reason that this video exists. So stop going after T-spiracy. Stop acting like it's stupid. I don't know, man. Every day. Get it into your head that people are there for the tea, Katie, for your channel. They're not there for you. Do you know who, like, I don't know, man. I would like to see you switch off for a week. I would like to see you create videos maybe a week in advance so that you have time, so you're not in your funeral waiting room going crazy, making shit videos with shit edits, with shit fucking topics 3 times a fucking day. And then going on Twitter and just like, boom, 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 all these people don't believe me. It's a conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. Fucking shut up. Just shut up. That's all we are asking. But you won't shut up. You continue to share and you continue to overshare, Katie. And you say, please don't talk about my son. Then you continue to talk about him. Guess what? We're talking about him because I think, well, I strongly believe the one thing that all this accountability shit, you haven't even taken accountability for your role in your son's own condition. How your son was born, Katie. And you know what, Katie? I'm going there. I fucking don't care anymore. I've got to the point where I've thrown so much shit at the wall, rebounds back because, hey, you got no self-awareness. You got no awareness of what's going on outside and around you, and you won't even take on any new information because you're so fucking stubborn. Everything you hear is like, oh, they must be attacking me. Okay. I can't wait for all this shit to play out in court. I hope that it is your reality call, but it's going to be at the cost of losing everything. But because you are because you're you, there's no other way. And it's sad that your son is going to feel the brunt of it, you know. It's not you going to not be able to buy any more makeup to remain beautiful and everything. Not that that was on the cards, but your son is going to rely on financial aid for probably the rest of his life to get all the equipment and the procedures and shit that he needs, just because his mum was so fucking selfish and wouldn't shut her mouth when she was meant to. You can't just keep playing the pity fucking card, Katie. People are over it. People understand now that there's a cycle. It's easy to recognize now because it's not just been going on for a year. It's been going on for nearly 3 years now, Katie. It's so fucking obvious how much shit you spill. You lie all the time. You lie to yourself. That's what I see is fucking sad. You lie to yourself. You don't even know what the truth is. on the weekend, I'm going to do a little bit of what I think the truth might be. Because I can, because of all the information you've put out there. And it's doesn't paint a pretty picture. There you go. Hashtag cliche for KJ. She loves it. Loves a good cliche. Pissed me off. And I never wanted to go there, Katie, because there's been millions of times I've cut it out from my videos because I'm like, no, it's too real. But maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need it to be too real. Remember when your husband turned 50 and it was almost too real for your brain to understand that your husband was 50, and then you played it in your head, I must be close to 50. I must not be 20. You think you are. So this is going to be a wake-up call to you, Katie. What causes all of the illnesses and disorders that your child has? From what we saw on Sunday night when I showed the photo of how big you let V's head get before you even realize that there might be a fucking problem. What, because you were trying to make him eat? The size of his head was very troubling. And also to read on in that article that the damage was done. Brain damage, because you failed to notice anything wrong in your child. It's alarming because you're not present in yourself. You deal with addiction and alcoholism yourself, so you're not going to be present in reality to deal with reality. You drink because you're fucking full of guilt. But it's not just your guilt, Katie. I'll give you that. I found some articles that maybe Toad shouldn't have had a child. If he'd been an alcoholic, his sperm was actually more damaging. But then you contributed on top of that, so you got the double whammy. That's why most of the doctors that treat your son have never come across children in his condition, that have those illnesses. It's very rare that you find, well, we'll see. Let's go to chat and see how everyone has survived over here. It's just so sad. I hope Todd Chrisley wants her platform down, and that would just be, the one basic thing that we all want, because she can hurt so many, and she has been hurting so many people with lies and making money off that. I agree, Venda. Oh, I don't agree, but thank you for letting me know. Well, I haven't listened to what Todd's been saying, because I was going to listen with you guys, but I never got around to it. We'll do that another time. Hopefully there might be more to say. Let it all build up. Have a good Chrisley party. Imagine a Chrisley Christmas special, but it's played out through Emily D. Baker. Imagine that Chrisley special. I'm there for it. Please make that happen. Oh, she has to get removed. Even when her Twitter was suspended for a little bit, but then no, not. It's never forever. She was going live with some dude. Oh, Uni turd. I can't stand him. I can't even listen to him. And since someone, I can't remember, it was back in 2020, someone pointed out that he has no shoulders. And now, that's all I can see, and his hands are little. Once you see that, guys, it's going to fuck with your head. And I'm so glad that I let you all know hopefully it pisses you off too. The no shoulders thing really gets me. I'm usually a no neck person. Like my mum even said tonight, you notice the lengths of everyone's necks. I'm like, you would too if you were born with a non-neck. I swear I have a non-neck. It's got better. Oh, he's not really been saying much in the last couple. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I like how he's, that's why probably Katie's going a bit more nuts. Bit more crackers. Oh, I don't want to do a song asking for my letter. Yeah, I did a post on Twitter and I was like, I don't need a letter from Mrs. Bull to the shit, because really, in her world, she thinks that every Aussie YouTube commentator is the same person. It's battle of the pea brains, and I don't need to alert her to us. We're just really, I like that we're under the radar. I like that. Oh, you're always looking for 4 heads? 5 heads, really? I'm glad other people like have a thing that they look for on people. I'm not the only one. Because who was I? I was watching Snitchery, her video the other day where she was going through her tattoos that she likes and doesn't like, and she, I can't remember what she said, but her brother used to call it long neck or something because she has a long neck, and I was like, she does have a long neck. It was so weird. Oh, jealous of the long neck. It's like my niece doesn't have a neck, and it's so funny when she runs. I'm like, look at that no neck run. Oh God, it's awful. Okay, guys. I think we should depart. Because my StreamYard maximum that you can stream runs out at 3.5 hours. So it's 2.5 hours. I've done pretty good this month. But I'll just remind you guys, if you want to join the Cacti contributors, you totally should. There's only one tier. Like, you don't need to make a choice. I couldn't even make a choice. That's why there's one tier. And you can get the little cactus badge next to your name in the chat. I bet you guys are jealous. You want one, don't you? I do too. You can one-up me because I haven't even got one. Why don't they give just me a complimentary one? That's all I'm asking, YouTube. I know you're going to say you have to sign up for it yourself, and I'm too broke. I'm just a plain, and yeah, so you get that, and then you get 10% off at the merch store if you guys want fanny packs. And member shout outs. And tonight I shouted out Rose. Rose, you're getting another shout out near the end just because one syllable names rock so much. Woo. Okay, guys, let's flood the chat with some green cacti. Do you know what sucks? Unless I'm on my phone, that's the only way I can use cactus. Cactus and cacti. Also, has anyone experienced a pan? Oh, no, don't forget it. Don't forget the name. San Pedro cactus, the hallucinating thing. YouTube, just stop listening for a minute, man. Just let me have my moment. If you have, leave a comment below, because not that I'm interested, but people are selling them on Gumtree. Should I invest? Okay. See you, everyone. It was so good. Thank you for joining me. Well, it wasn't so good. I think we got some truths. I think we're leading to the big truth bombs on the weekend. That's when we get into the stuff that hurts my heart. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Meemaw, for taking care of everything, and TK and Vendor. So good to see you guys. You guys make it easy to procrastinate. Oh, Soulshine, go back to the beginning, or give me a bit and I'll add some timestamps. As usual, I'll just add the basic timestamps to start with, and then as I watch it more thorough over the next day or so, I'll add like more in-depth timestamps because basically it's 11 p.m. here now. And so, yeah. Oh, let's hope no leaves are blown in this direction. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. As always, take care. Because, wow, crazy fucking world. Everything that's happening around the world is crazy right now. And subscribe. So you should subscribe if you haven't. Give this little hermit a smile because I'm in the numbers game now. See you guys.